This is your weekly YouTube channel audit livestream. All you need to do is use the correct link in the description, fill out the form, and we'll consider your channel for review. That's right, channel reviews are free, but you can send us a super chat and watch us discuss your question live on air. If you submit your channel for review, expect the following. We will share with you our knowledge, experience, and passion as fellow YouTube creators. I want to give a massive shout out and thanks to our moderators who do an awesome job every single live stream. And that's your onboarding done. What channels have you brought us this week?
Hello and welcome back to vidIQ, where today we are live once again talking about your YouTube channels, sharing your YouTube channels with everybody here so we can all learn together and see, you know, I'm trying to avoid using this word, but it happens. Mistakes. What mistakes are people making that they can avoid in the future? What are they doing right that we can all learn from? Sometimes we pull up a channel that says, I need advice, I don't know what I'm doing. And our response is, you're actually doing a lot right. We could learn from you. So who knows what we'll see today. I always advise you take notes on your app or paper of choice and, you know, see what we can learn, because a lot of channels submit and hopefully yours gets picked, but maybe it doesn't. All right. That's kind of how this works. Rob's here.
Hello, everybody. Great to be here as always. Dan, I'm looking at StreamYard. It looks as if we've got mic leveling graphics on there now.
Finally.
Oh, this could be exciting.
Yeah. And if you click people, you can see them in more detail.
Oh, that's excellent. But yes, hello, everybody. I love being live where absolutely nothing can ever go wrong. Ask me that again in about 90 minutes.
Let's see if we can keep things going nice and stable. We'll invite Jen.
Woo! Yeah, those are my sound effects. Thanks, whoever played that.
You're welcome.
So,
how is everybody?
Good. Yeah, we're doing good. I do feel like now I can say this definitively, Jen, your audio is louder than ours, I think.
Ooh.
I think I it's also a personal problem.
Probably. It's just that
that's
we can
a real
actually
life
see
problem.
It now. We can actually see whose volume is where.
I can turn down.
I don't know. I thought it sounded pretty level to me, Dan.
It might. Yeah. You know what? It's kind of on auto apparently for Jen. Yeah. So maybe don't mess with it. Maybe StreamYard is just calibrating.
Okay. It's locked. I don't remember how to unlock my mic. So.
Perfect. Okay. Well, we'll make ours louder if we need to. Let us know. Hopefully everyone's having an awesome day. I'm feeling kind of rusty right now. Like I haven't done this for 7 months. What's the next thing we do? We just pull up channels?
Yeah, we just ordered the first channel, I think.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's
get
that.
Stuck in.
Yeah. I think this is my first live stream. Let's see. Let's bring this up. Let me know if you can hear yourselves now that I brought up the screen.
Test.
Nope. Test. No. Hello. No.
Perfect. Okay, good. Everything's working. All right. Yay. We'll pull up the first channel that's submitted on the non-gaming form, which is going to be Cool Time Beyblade. And their goal for their channel is to make the best videos possible. Their biggest obstacle is finding unique video ideas. Been there.
Ooh. And
they want us to focus on their titles and thumbnails, which I think we can do.
Cool.
Almost, getting close to 9,000 subscribers. They got to be monetized by now.
I sense, Dan, we've been auditing Beyblade channels ever since you arrived here. So we're talking like 5 years plus. And one seems to appear every 6 months. And so this is the latest addition to this genre. But hey, still seems to be going strong. 10,000 subscribers almost. That's cool to see. And they've got a consistent audience here. So congratulations on like the foundations of a channel that you've already built here, which is brilliant.
It's also like Prime Day right now. So, I mean, they're probably a little late to the party if they wanted to look at deals on Beyblades. Maybe it's not too late to, if they have those on sale on Prime Day. That's literally just an idea that popped in my head because I was on Amazon a little while ago looking to see if there's anything cool. There's not. Jen, what are your
Beyblades? Maybe
there's Beyblades.
I'm trying to figure out what this is.
Oh,
right. So I think I have a very layman's understanding of this, but it's a toy where you like put it on a thing and you spin it, and then they kind of do battles against each other, like different designs, styles. Very collectible, I would imagine.
Oh, this is pretty cool. Do you have to like wind it up? Is that what they're?
Yeah, they have that little like.
There you go.
Oh, Oh, this is cool. Okay. I've seen something similar to this that I didn't know the name to, and I haven't seen him battle. I guess more of like a hobbyist kind of like spinning metal tops. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those, but okay, similar.
Oh well, wait,
This
maybe.
sounds like a Jen family tradition rather than.
Actually, my dad collects them.
Yeah. Doesn't surprise me.
Like people like hand make these like crazy metal tops and they spin like super satisfying, but they don't battle each other or anything. But that's the only thing that and like a fidget spinner, I'm like, oh my god, these worlds collide. Like what?
It's kind of like
this
for
is cool.
people who like tops, but they also don't have the attention span to watch it spin by itself.
So they not fight.
Yeah.
This is cool. I mean, looking
Thing
at
called
it, figured it out.
conkers in the US.
Excuse me?
What?
What?
Do you know something called conkers, where like it's like a it's something that falls from a tree, and then you put a hole in it and string, and then you have conker fights with it. Okay.
No, we had.
You said
Thanks
this
for being
was
here,
in the
folks.
US?
I'll see
We
you
had-
later.
We had toys growing up.
What? What? What is falling from the trees that wait,
Just Google it afterwards. It's completely safe for work. Conkers.
We had toys growing up, so
Fair point. Dan, fair
Conkers.
point.
Yeah. Okay, next channel.
No, let's talk about the thumbnails first of all. Okay. I don't think this channel has any issues with thumbnails. I think there's a certain element of branding to them. I like the text and how it's used. It's very readable. Perhaps the lighting on some of these, when it's not cut out, could be a little better. You know, with like the white table background, the lighting is a bit iffy there. But when they cut it out and then add some other colors in, I think those are all brilliant. And yeah, I think there's a branding consistency there. So for me, it falls back to the titles and the ideas where they may need to do some more research.
Whenever I look at lighting on like a channel that covers any kind of toys, like the really big channels, I always see, sorry about that, I always see some really like good lighting. Like it's somehow toy channels are so good at flooding the space with light while also not overexposing the actual subject. And they'll shoot everything on like white backgrounds. This channel's really close. I think it's really close, but we got some extra shadows and stuff here that I just think are making it like just need a little bit of tweaking, a little more light. And I would look up some lighting tutorials to figure out, because I don't know your setup that you currently have, but I would look and see what you're doing versus what, you know, other folks are doing to see if you can improve that a bit.
One thing that stands out to me are these group shots, which I actually didn't realize were a lot of them are versus style thumbnails. And I would potentially encourage this creator to experiment with 1v1 type of image, because these single images do really well. And it's really easy to see. And while they look really beautiful with like the colors and your eye is definitely drawn to them, I don't think the thumbnail style they're playing with is really coming across as clearly as it could. Especially this bottom one, actually good fake versus like this rare one. You almost can't even see that text. That's like really intriguing text too.
Wait, which one? Oh, this fake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if they had like one fake and like one rare or something, we're really just easily seeing that there's a difference between two. That could be something to play with thumbnails, because otherwise this to me, these don't read as any type of different things at a first glance for a thumbnail.
If you compare it to the one immediately to the right, Jen, which kind of looks at a similar concept, it's more like an illegal modification rather than a rareness. But when they focus on one item and you use the classic point to something and some really simple text, that's obviously an outlier, I think, for the channel. It's already more like immediate clarity and understanding and intrigue. So I think that's like a template that they could use in the future. So then thinking about these ideas, that they seem to have formats of looking at rare Beyblades, ones that might not be legal, fake ones. So there's kind of the black market side of things,
the dark web of Beyblades.
The dark web of Beyblade, yeah. So they've already got that as a format. Should we sort by most popular, Dan, see if there's any other formats that are successful for them?
That was the most successful video for
sure.
Okay.
I'm surprised that too heavy one didn't perform a little bit better. I bet this creator is also. It was like a really good double down on the thumbnail, the short text, and it looked like it was like a week or two out, like right above it. I am surprised that one didn't.
The metal ratchet is the same one. That
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm a little taken back by that. Maybe heavy is just not the word they should have gone with. Maybe that doesn't register as well.
I think illegal is more dramatic.
Yeah.
And too heavy could also indicate it's illegal. I don't really know. Maybe it's not.
Yeah.
You could put a legal question mark just to try and raise that curiosity a little bit.
Or a cheat version of Beyblade. I think then there's an opportunity here for what you might call like a big, welcoming, as big as possible total addressable market video, like the complete beginner's guide to collecting rare or modified Beyblades. I think that's a potential option there. So it feels like this channel is less about the actual playing of the competition and more about the rareness or the uniqueness or the illegality of some forms of Beyblade. I think that's where their specific niche is in this topic.
I think that's spot on.
Yeah, videos like that can introduce a whole new audience to it will just be good evergreen videos that kind of just get you a steady stream of views over time, some new subscribers. I recommend that as well.
It's one of the simplest videos you can make, but like how to collect Beyblades how to collect rare Beyblades in 2025. Let's update this for today. How do you do it? Is it where do you shop? Is it are they in production anymore? Like it's that type of conversation.
Even a full collection, like of the most rare, expensive. Give us a haul.
So show your collection. Yeah, talk about where you buy them. Every year we kind of have like a panel of videos that we kind of redo for the new year. We take into account all the different YouTube updates that came out in the year, and you'll see it. Like I'll do the gaming video, we'll do how to get 1,000 subscribers, all this stuff. And that kind of kicks us off. And then throughout the year, those videos just grow and grow and grow. And they do very well for us. They're the videos that bring in the I would say the most steady stream of new subscribers for us. And that's just like one content bucket, right? And then we have some other stuff like YouTube updates and things like that we do. So that would be your version of what we're doing there.
Kudos on the channel, though. Very healthy, like good views throughout, good thumbnails.
All right. Next channel. It's the First Gaming channel. Now, their goals are a bit different. To get money. Their biggest obstacle is getting views, which probably hurts the money goal. Yeah. And they want us to look at the titles of their videos. So whenever I see the goal to get money, I always know we're in for an interesting audit, because the money stuff on YouTube tends to happen when you make really good content.
Maybe we should add to the form, where it says, do not answer with more views and more subscribers. We should add, or get money.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
fine. We're okay with that, but we need something a little more nuanced about the channel.
Why, start with why did you even start a channel? What was your goal when you started? And we all want money. we live in a society that requires money to survive. So yes, if you ask anyone, do you want money? They will say, yeah. So help us out here. All right. So Guy of the Woods.
Hey, Guy.
232 subscribers, 39 videos. And they make Minecraft shorts. Literally just shorts right now. And they have some community posts as well. Like so.
Good to see. That looked like a big outlier there. Their most recent video.
Minecraft Villager's Choice. Yeah, so we're on latest right now, and this was their latest video. Let's go to popular. They've had a few videos kind of in that range of like 20, 30K views.
Okay, well, I think that, again, especially with shorts where people just like to see the same thing over and over again almost every single day, kind of playing around with that same titling structure and idea. Not every single video, but like as a reliable content bucket to do on a regular basis will be the easiest or path of least audience building resistance at this point.
I think with this one, it's also about output when it comes to shorts channels, just how many videos you're posting. Shorts loves more shorts. So a short you upload today that gets 700, or let's say a short you uploaded a week ago that gets 700 views and stops, it can always just pick back up. And one of the best ways to get them to pick back up is to keep posting, you know? So that is another strategy for you. Should we watch one and kind of see what we're getting into?
Yeah, the most recent one.
Okay, let me go back. Oh,
I think this is going to be copyrighted music, I believe.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, I'll mute
Right.
it. So we're using copyrighted music. They're showing the different the villagers are going into different beds. So the villagers are avoiding the most dangerous, what do you call it? Like platforms.
Path.
Yeah. They're trying lava blocks. We got TNT. Let's see. Nope, they didn't fall for the TNT. So I think this is interesting to me. This is just taking a mechanic of Minecraft and showcasing it in a different like environment, a controlled environment. It looks like I'm logged out. I didn't mean to be logged out of here. I'll fix that. Go ahead.
Is this an NPC then that's making a decision themselves as to which path to follow?
Yes.
It's not programmed in. Okay.
Yeah. So the NPC is, well, it's probably programmed to some degree of like what they're trying to survive, but villagers have to go to bed. You know, like when it's nighttime, villagers are programmed to go to bed. So which bed will the villager choose? And that's kind of interesting. Like they chose the most expensive block, you know, then these blocks will burn them. These blocks will just make them slippery. They don't care about that. They go to sleep there. So it's just kind of like a fascinating experiment.
So basically you want to create a list of 10 to 20 different decisions characters can make in Minecraft. Like, could you put like 2 weapons each side, or like there's a pig on one side or a dog? I'm not a Minecraft expert, so like what animals can you put opposite each other? You know, the classic case of when you're trying to
they had another one that did just as well.
The quality of this
is that
better.
just choosing the color on different textures?
All right, so these are more
Jeopardy here.
Won't move.
Oh, I killed him.
Oh,
killed him.
That one fell for the TNT.
Oh,
yeah. So it's really interesting. And what I like about
these
ideas,
there seems to be a little bit of different language at points, and they're not. These are language, like these are not specific to any language. It seems it says Minecraft logic.
True. Yeah.
But then sometimes you have these other symbols here. I think anyone who plays Minecraft would kind of see what you're doing without any text at all, which is great when you don't have the language barrier. Oh.
Somebody agrees.
There's birds. My poor dog. There are birds outside of the window.
They mentioned titles. And the one thing I would say about titles for shorts is that I think you're doing a good job when it comes to the shorts showing up in browse, right? So if you're just on the homepage and this pops up, Minecraft Villager's Choice, that kind of, which bed will they choose? It's just treat it a little bit like a social media post, in my opinion. If you're going for just someone looking for some curiosity out of the title. If you want another titling tip though for shorts, some of our most popular shorts are actually ones that are searchable. And of course, that's going to be different information. Like it's like how to get 1,000 subscribers, but we put it into a 60-second package. And some of those shorts for us have just blown up, but they're not. We look at the data and we see we're not getting views from people just scrolling. We're getting views from people actively searching for those things. And that's when titles, I think, matter a lot more with shorts. It depends on the intent.
And you could probably push the hashtags into the description, which gives you a bit more leeway and room for your titles themselves.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think for 40 videos or 40 shorts, the fact they've already got 200 subscribers, they're halfway towards monetization from a subscriber point of view. They already have several shorts in the tens of thousands, which I think should be establishing content buckets. Good stuff again.
Yeah.
Something a little different. We don't often see that with shorts, Minecraft shorts.
Yeah. So before we go on to the next channel, I want an excuse to pull this off the screen so I can fix the login issues I'm having.
Well, I can take over that.
And Rob can take over.
Yeah. So everybody, we are now moving on to one of my favorite segments. Now, I had a moment of inspiration this morning. I thought, I can create something incredible for this segment. But unfortunately, my co-hosts here are asleep, given the time differences. So in order to make this intro, I did have to rely a little bit on let's call it new software that we have at our disposal. So everybody, welcome to
Button Mashing Hearts Collide. In this corner we take the ride from 8-bit lands to the galaxy far.
What happened to my head?
Corner is the brightest star.
I'm glad you asked that question,
What
Dan.
what did you tell it?
I don't know.
Dan's ego is really big. Shrink his head. Just
This
shrink
is
it
what
down.
Stora did. And I think it's kind of accurate. Weirdly, that looks a bit like my face, but like a tiny Dan head. And Dan, you are ripped.
I
Why
was
is
going to say,
everybody
Dan,
ripped?
can we see the forearms?
Like,
I don't have
goodness
that.
me.
I don't have. I have extra skin, and it shakes around.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
no.
Dan,
was
can you
amazing.
just sort of walk further back away from the camera so we can get your head nice and small for this segment?
Yeah, I'm trying to do something. I said I have to log back into the thing.
All right, let's talk about our gaming weeks.
No,
Jen, what have
I'm
you
busy.
been up to?
Guys, I beat Mario Party 3. I'm done.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. I don't know what to play next, so I'm baking German pretzels today.
Oh.
Dan, what would you suggest next for Jen to play on the Switch 2?
A Mario Party 2.
Just go to the
Just go down.
prequel.
It's ticking time away waiting for the new one, and then my mom got a Switch, so we're gonna play Mario Party with me, my sister, and my mom. But it's not out yet, so like, let's go.
What about Animal Crossing? Do you think would that be something that tickles your interest?
I haven't played it. I know people love it. I hear it's like more of like like, do you win? That's the thing. Like, do you win? Because I'm not like a big like Sims player, so like I need to win.
Right. You
might
need
not like it
something
then.
to. Okay.
I was the child drowning my Sims. Like I need to win.
In the swimming pool they go. Remove the ladder. Dan, what have you been playing?
Still playing some Pokemon.
Okay.
That's been fun. We also like talking about different hobbies that we have, and I've mentioned this before, but one of the hobbies that I've been experimenting with is just media preservation, right? I'm trying to just like take my physical library of games and rip them. Now I'm on to movies. Now I've been like ripping movies and TV shows that I've had on Blu-ray or DVD forever. And that's been a whole nother world where I'm watching all these different YouTubers. Okay, get this system and do. So that's been fun. I'm making my own Netflix. That's the
Whoa.
goal. Yeah.
So what are you doing? You're copying your own Blu-rays onto other Blu-rays?
Onto a hard drive, and then I'm going to use
okay.
software like Plex to pull it up on like my TV or my phone or whatever.
All right, we'll expect Danflix coming soon to a stream service.
I can't share it. That'd be illegal, but I could definitely brag about it.
Super Mario Wonder has now been completed. I just want to check with you, Dan. Have you ever played a game whereby you've really enjoyed it, but there's one final mission or level and you just think, I could try and do this, but it is so hard and so frustrating, and I'm an adult now and I haven't got time to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario Wonder has one of his levels. You know what I'm talking about. So I could not be bothered 100% in it. Like I'm on 99%. I need one more medal. But I traded it in and I got Mario Odyssey. Oh my goodness.
You've never played it?
Oh, I have done, but I'm playing
okay.
it again. Like amazing. Because like I'm thinking, you know what? I reckon Astro Bot has actually usurped the Mario franchise. I think Astro Bot is better than Mario Wonder, but then you go back to Odyssey and it's just like on a completely different level. Amazing stuff.
You should be looking at the new Donkey Kong game then, because that's coming out.
Yeah, so you mentioned that. I am interested, but I also refuse to spend an outrageous Nintendo extortionate amount of money on it until it's secondhand or something in 2 years' time.
That's true. Wait, which is the Mario where they're cats?
That would be Mario 3D Land, I think.
Yeah, I've got that as well. It's 3D World. Yes, but I haven't got it yet. Sorry, I haven't played it yet. I'm doing Mario Odyssey first. But yeah, there is a...
Maybe I'll move on to that one. I remember liking that one.
That is Mario 3D World, and you get Bowser's Fury as well, apparently, in the Switch set. And also Hyrule Warriors. I'm playing that as well, which is kind of like I think it's from the Samurai Warriors franchise, so it's a lot of fighting in it. And I know I've got what's it called, Tears of a Kingdom, but I'm not going to play on that for months probably at this point. I've got so many games to play through.
Oh my gosh, you know what else I played though? I think I won't remember the exact name of the game. It was like Wave Runner, or like the jet ski game for like N64.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wave
yeah.
Race or Wave Race 65.
Wave Race, yeah, I don't know what the
Yeah.
actual name was. I played that for like 30 seconds and was like, that was fun.
You know
And
what?
that
I
was
went.
the end.
I played that just because I all my friends had it growing up and I never had it. I'm like, I want to see what was the hype about, and it was terrible. I'm terrible at it. But what I was really impressed by was the water physics in that game actually held up really, really well.
Mhm.
I was really impressed by just how it played in terms of water in games. It's always really difficult, and I don't know, it felt good.
Got a comment here from Minimotion Films. Channel reviews.
No, we're busy.
Oh, all
Sorry.
right then, let's do it.
We're indulging.
In this
Why?
corner, we take the ride from 8-bit lands to the galaxy far. Rob's gaming corner is the brightest star.
It's the worst it'll ever be. It's
It's amazing though. They made
Oh.
my teeth so large and your head so
Back
small.
to you, Dan. Back to you.
great. Yes, that wasn't super distracting or anything. Okay. Well, I was thinking we were going to do super chats, but I guess we will come back to those. By the way, real quick, 'cause I already kind of saw it come up. We don't review channels based on super chats because if we do it for one person, then everyone's just going to throw money at us to have us review their channels. Now, if you want to throw money at your channel to try and get just some extra,
My
someone to look at
Venmo
it,
link
some
will
extra
be
help.
in the video description.
There we go. Or if you want a more official
Sorry.
channel for that,
You got burned
we
there,
have-
Dan.
we have a coaching program.
No. Jen's what was it? Venmo
My
account.
Venmo link in the description, everybody. Don't worry. You want to throw money? I'll catch it.
So there you go. You choose. You could give Jen money and hope to get someone to look at your channel, or you could choose vidIQ coaching and
Put a
someone will be
poll up.
obligated
Put
to
a poll
look
up,
at your
everyone. What vidIQ 101 coaching or Jen's Venmo account?
Okay. Rob, I have your channel here.
Yeah. Let's bring them up, shall we?
And Fern. And they said they want to share their journey and help others live more intentionally. Oh, thank you. Their biggest obstacle right now is feeling confident and natural on camera. Same. And then
that's great.
what part of your channel do you want us to focus on? Design, thumbnail design, and title choice.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why I picked this channel, because they're very new to this journey. Just 17 subscribers, less than 10 videos, still figuring out their path on YouTube. And I just thought this felt like something wholesome. Like, we cover so many AI channels, YouTube automation, and this is just something that's going back to the individual, and they want to grow as a person, and I want to share that growth on YouTube. And I think that's excellent. And it's like my cozy, soft corner of the internet. I love the vibes here. So I guess they want us to start with the titles then, right? That's what they wanted us to look at first. So what do we think?
I'm seeing an evolution. So like the latest one, I actually like this one the best. Give me 6
I do.
minutes and help
I
you
do.
overcome perfectionism. I like that. I've been seeing this format all over YouTube. Give me 5 minutes, give me 30 seconds, and I'll change this for you. And it's something that everybody typically struggles with.
I like the compliment of a thumbnail as well, looking into a mirror and then just some simple text. I think there's a few tweaks that can make it look a little better. Like maybe the text goes into the square mirror, so it's not sliced in two a little bit. Maybe their face is zoomed in a little bit on the mirror as well. But from a concept point of view, that's a really good idea. Execution just not perfect, but again, this is your 8th video.
Well,
Good
that was
stuff.
the whole point of the video, though, is to not worry about perfection.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I punned myself there, haven't I?
Trigger
Whoops.
warning.
Yeah.
Then the one before that, which came out a week earlier, was buying a new car. Here's what I wish I knew. Which is a pretty general video. At some point, most people are going to probably think about buying a car. It does feel like a different kind of channel. We do give that critique a lot. Like, oh, maybe what kind of channel would I expect that from? But the reason I like videos like this from creators who are just like kind of vloggers is because sometimes you just want someone who doesn't have like a big financial stake in the specific niche they're in. And there's nothing wrong. We tell people to be in a niche all the time, but there's once in a while when you're looking for like something like a car, it's nice to hear from somebody who isn't living and breathing cars all day long. Like, okay, I just need something that's reliable and good. I'm worried about, it's being, played by a dealer. So like, what did you wish you knew? Like, I think that's kind of cool.
And it's their second best performing video as well on the channel at the moment. So we kind of getting this vloggy, lifestyle, aspirational vibe. Do we think all of those kind of fall into the same Venn diagram of a potential viewer? I think at this point, yes. I'm not sure if he'll need to maybe focus on one of these particular formats or topics that they're covering right now, but I don't think they need to make that decision yet. What about you, Jen? What are you reckoning on this one?
I agree. I think they're planning. I think they have an underlying theme here, which is like a 9-to-5 girl, and that's reoccurring.
That's a really good way of putting
videos.
it. Yeah, like that.
And I think that some of these videos for this creator will just be ones that they want to make. Like this most recent video, leaning into that more single topic motivational content. But I'm seeing routine. I'm seeing like a version of productivity. There's like a simplified kind of just romanticizing normal life. Just 9-to-5 running now. I think this channel is so spot on for somebody with a new channel. I love this. And I can see where they're struggling to decide thumbnail concept within a niche, because when you see the motivational space, you see single image screenshots. And then when you see the 9-to-5 productivity girls, it's going to be a collage. So there's going to be this ongoing battle for this creator to decide which direction to take the thumbnails. But we do have A/B testing, which that is the actual perfect reason to use A/B testing for polar opposite thumbnail designs like that.
The video that stood out to me as like the one that feels the most out of place, but I don't think it needs to, would definitely be the Skyrim video. And
that's what it is. I had no idea.
So this took me a long time to decipher. Like while we've been talking about kind of glancing at it, like, what does that mean? So I had to break it down piece by piece. Wait, I know you is like a quote from the game. I saw the logo and I'm like, oh, okay, it's a Skyrim video. That feels out of place. And then at the very last thing I noticed is that they're sitting at a piano. And that feels like the most important part of the thumbnail.
Right. Okay.
Because they're going to play a song from Skyrim. Like, that's what I believe is going on. So that, when we talk about like thumbnail and title strategy and stuff, like I after knowing this, I see how this kind of fits into the whole vibe of the channel, because this is one of your hobbies. This is something you're doing and sharing with people. But it feels like maybe it's a gaming video, but it feels so out of place. And I think it needs a little bit more tweaking. I think the piano should have been more or less the star. And then this is an old game now. A lot of people might know the song. You could almost challenge them to like guess the song. I don't know. I'm still figuring that part out. But I think the piano is the hardest thing to see, and it's the most important thing to understand about the video.
Let's give credit to the creator, though, that they haven't persisted with similar videos, have not broached that at all. And I think, Dan, what they could potentially do is, if they still want to have this part of their life in the content, they can devote like a quick 30 seconds to this within another video, which just kind of reveals a bit more about their personality. And then that creates more connections with the audience. But yeah, like maybe that would be like a more of a gaming channel. In 2 years, when this creator's already got their first silver play button and is, financially sustained through all they do, which is my prediction for them.
The other thing that just popped into my head that maybe they could try if they want to go this route is there's like a lot of morning routine people out there. Some of them get memed on a lot. I'm wondering, like, what if you tried one of their morning routines and compared it to your own? almost to debunk like some of the stuff that is suggested out there. I think they get so into that niche they just have to do and say anything. Some of the stuff that's suggested, in my opinion, is a bit extreme. So you could be like, do you need to get up at 4 a.m.? You know, that, or the thing we saw recently, do you need to dip your whole face in a bucket of expensive ice water? I don't know. Yeah, obviously that could be something to like jump on a trend, but kind of do it in your own way, like setting, I would say, more realistic expectations, because some of those videos are like, no, sorry, good for you, but not for me. But overall, the reason I'm kind of like grasping at different ideas is because they only have 8 videos, and this is good progress for 8 videos. I think we need to give it time.
8 videos in a month is.
Can we see their camera presence? Because that was a concern.
Yeah.
Can we see if they're? Let's look at my after work routine, which for this creator, if they're watching, would be my 5 to 9. That's super popular. You're 9 to 5, and then you're 5 to 9.
Hi, I'm Courtney. Welcome to my channel, and I'm gonna vlog my after work routine during the work week, what I do, and all of that. And my last video, I talked about how I started running in the morning. So I did that this morning. Don't have to worry about exercise, which is nice. So I have the rest of the night to myself. It is about 6 p.m. So I really don't have too much time, but I have some time to do whatever I really like. And I'm trying to avoid any doom scrolling or unhealthy habits and stuff like that, and just kind of work with my hobbies and what I like, because life is too short to not be the best version of yourself and not do what you really want to do. And I've been really feeling that more as I've gotten older. I'm just trying to improve myself. And
I kind of want to do this part we're in right now where life is too short. That feels like the message for the whole video, right? Like, I almost, not to like critique the intro too hard. I think it's a very nice, normal conversation we're having with the audience, but I that's the kind of thing I would expect to hear at the end. Like, this is why I do these things. Life is too short. But I don't know. What do you guys, what do you both think? Do you feel like it's, because I'm ready to see the routine at this point?
Yeah, it felt like I'm still in the hook, and it's kind of dragging on a bit. Perhaps there needs to be a bit more economy of words and setup. I think this kind of conversation to camera, when you're like 6-7 minutes in, completely fine. But I may be misreading the ideal viewer. They may like this kind of just,
true.
I'm just going to start having a conversation with you as soon as we get in.
Yeah.
So I could be wrong there.
I was going to say, I slightly disagree. I think this is a very normal intro for this space. Typically can go 1 to 2 minutes long.
Right.
Should it every time? Like, no. But that's why I was curious if by the 1 minute mark, if they start to go into their routine. I also think that obviously this is a new creator, something to think about when making a video like this, and knowing that you're going to be recording a week of after work routines is something that should be reflected like in the title. But she set up a goal. She was like, I don't want to doom scroll. And that is like the biggest thing right now is people not doom scrolling and what they're doing instead. So this could lean into so many popular things like hobby vlogs, what I'm doing instead of doom scrolling. Like, there's a lot of packaging opportunity for this to be more recognizable and less personal. Because this is just like my after work routine where it's like, you're a new channel. We don't know you. We don't know much about you. Like, what I'm doing every week instead of scrolling. If you want to lean into the 9 to 5 girly niche, then this would be your 5 to 9. So 1 week of my 5 to 9 routine. Like, it's undecided yet, but it's new. And that's obviously to be decided. But there's a lot of different ways like this can go from the beginning. But I don't think this creator is awkward. I think their camera presence is fine.
Yeah. I agree. For video too.
Yeah.
I felt like there was a humbleness, like a little bit of vulnerability, a little bit of shyness, but I thought that was endearing.
Yes.
It didn't feel like forced or like inauthentic. And so I think they'll grow into that on-camera presence more and more with each video.
I think it's great. I think it is. Don't change too much. Just keep working.
Yeah.
That would be the number one thing I would say. Just keep going.
Absolutely. So, it's awesome. I would love to check back with them in another, like, you know, 8 to 12 videos, kind of see, how the channel's being fleshed out, see if they had any like big hits at that point. But the fact that you're getting views in the hundreds, like your first video is almost 400 views, this is really good. This is really strong. All right. Next pre-selected channel, right? Or did you want to move on to we probably need to start the thing if we're gonna
start the thing.
Yeah, let's start the thing real quick.
Alrighty.
So we're going to start the thing. What does that mean? Well, I'm pulling it up. I'm just stalling. This is our Discord server. It's real tiny right now. And this channel in the Discord, if I can pull it up, is Memes of the Week. So last week, we asked you to meme us, and it was really fun. And this week, we're going to have you do it again. Wait, you need to play the intro, don't you?
Yeah, we need to show you the magnificent work you provided for us. And here it is. Beautiful stuff, eh? There was one last very late entrant, by the way, from our very own thumbnail designer, Menno. I thought that was fantastic work, but obviously it couldn't be entered. But yeah, well done, Menno. I just wanted to give you a shout out there at the end. I actually want to, Dan, I actually want to print that out. I want Menno to create the actual box art so I can print it out and actually put it on a case in real life.
That would be amazing.
Should be done.
So good, so good.
Well, yes, and that was from the previous week too. The lore is kind of building here. So this week, we're going to give you something different to work with. We are going to make Rob the subject of, I don't know, whatever emotions we're feeling. We're just going to kind of look at him angrily, and you can take a screenshot. Do we give him enough?
I didn't have my earphones on then, so I didn't hear anything you said, Dan.
Someone had to got a screenshot before I broke a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so you do with that what you will, and we'll pick our favorite, and we will review the channel.
So include your channel link in the submission, I think, on Discord. That would probably help us.
Yes, that would help us greatly. Thank you.
Lovely.
All right, so let's. Nothing. All the buttons aren't working. There we go.
I would also like a copy if we're getting Menno prints. I could replace this book back here with my limited edition Fossil Snob game.
One of 3.
Game of the year. All right. The last channel pre-selected before we get into, I guess, memes of the week and random selection was Theme Park Nostalgia.
Oh,
who at the time I was picking the channel had a premiering video. I'll refresh it to see if that's still the case. That video is done almost 16.5 minutes there. And they want to educate and entertain by reliving past theme park attractions. So they're going to be digging into like nostalgic theme park attractions. Their biggest obstacle right now is getting the right people to their videos. Click-through rate has remained steady throughout, but views now are at a fraction of what they were when I first launched. And what part of your channel do you must focus on? Titles, thumbnails will be helpful. All right. So let's look at their oldest first. They said when they first launched, they felt like things were doing really well for them.
Yep.
I mean, I can kind of see what they're talking about. Thousands of views.
Look at the consistency of the thumbnails and the branding there.
Yeah. And
And the titles.
Did they run out of good rides and popular rides to cover?
I wonder, because for the latest, things feel different.
Yeah.
Oh.
When they went back to this style, here's a brief history in the thumbnail there, and it's about a specific ride, 823 views. And again, a quick history, crazy story about like troubled by early problems. Like these are all like about a specific ride. And then like how theme parks trick guests by manipulating perspective. This feels like a very interesting concept for a video. I kind of know where you're coming from, having watched a couple documentaries about theme parks. So you're talking about the perspective of like feeling like you're in a place that's larger than it actually is, things like that. I don't think this is a bad video or a bad fit, at least an hour ago. I think it could do well, but it is, you have to admit, a lot different than the stuff you were doing before.
Yeah.
And when you test something new, you got to expect things to kind of dip for a little bit.
The most recent video is not nostalgia, is it? It's theme park economics and psychology.
Controversy.
Yeah.
And then this is about a specific show. This one's about, let's see, was this ride ahead of its time? I don't know what ride this is, and maybe it's because I don't visit a lot of theme parks, but it just doesn't look like a theme park ride to me. It kind of looks like an AI like guy just kind of standing there.
Yeah.
I think we've oversimplified at this point where there's no keywords, there's no context. Like if you just look at magical and then we're really saying more than a show, like what, I don't even know if that has what that has to do with. Like there's just nothing for me. Like if I just saw that video, I would have no idea what this video was really talking about. I would have no idea it has to do with theme parks. I wouldn't know that it was like the history or anything. Whereas the popular videos, anybody could see that title thumbnail combination and understand what the video is about. So I do think we've oversimplified quite a bit where we're just missing context.
Dan, if we just saw by most popular this time, I'm guessing it's going to be, again, it's pretty much like the oldest videos again, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm wondering if there's more juice that can be squeezed from these, in the sense of how could you repackage these videos so you're still feeding off the same popularity of the big rides. So it might be like the forgotten rides of Universal Studios Florida. So you can like put 3 or 4 of them together. And then Disney and wherever else, and then there might be a tier list of best rides of the 2000s or 1990s, where you can revisit these most popular ones. I know that might sound like excruciating for the creator to go retread ground that they've already done, but I think at this point there's still audience building, and so just having those videos that are very accessible to the viewer are probably the ones that I would be continuing to maybe do like 70% of the time, the 70-30 rule, where 70% of the time you can be going back to these ones which have proven to be successful. And then the other 30% is these experimental ones that you kind of do doing a little bit more now, would be my thoughts.
I also think there's an opportunity to do history outside of these parks. Like if you're focusing on like history of rides and we're looking at these super popular movies, are there rides and other history things that you can cover that are just not in these parks? Like there has to be more Jaws rides somewhere. Is there a way to reach into international locations and stuff and talk about the history of similar rides just in a different location? But yeah,
or the differences between them, or
yeah, I think that they're just most popular videos are like things that everybody has heard of.
Yeah.
And like eventually you're just going to get to a point where people haven't heard of things, but this is familiar to like just about anybody who could tie what this ride is based off of. Like they know it.
I don't see why they couldn't zoom out though and give us a quick history of a specific theme park. Even if it's one people don't get to visit, like Disney, everyone's like goes to Disney at some point, but I don't know, like Knott's Berry Farm or just different, slightly smaller theme parks, and just give a history about them. Give us a history about defunct theme parks. I think there's a whole series on YouTube actually, and Netflix. But yeah, you can give your take on like, I think you can go beyond just one ride at a time, but it's like Rob said, I like the way you put it. It's like economics and you know, psychology in this video, whereas this is like, hey, this like thing happened.
It's reliving my childhood, but
Yeah.
like reliving the best times of my life versus this is why your dreams have been shattered by these corporate masses.
Yeah. 10 rides you forgot existed, Mike. Things like that. I think the compilation videos are a great idea.
Yeah. But I don't think this is necessarily a problem. Like what you're doing right now, like you only have this like handful of videos here 5 months ago. This is, again, for year 1 on YouTube, incredible.
Ooh.
A lot of cool stuff that you've already done. You're experimenting. And this is just for anybody. If you're experimenting on YouTube and you try a new content bucket for yourself, expect it to not look how it always does. And don't throw in the towel and assume, well, that failed. Like sometimes things take a few videos like to kind of build up that new content bucket of like, this is what this is a thing that I'm doing now on my channel, as well as the history of like specific rides.
I just also think these most recent thumbnails aren't scroll stoppers. Like you look at the most recent one, it's all lies. Without the title, I wouldn't even know that's from a theme park ride.
True.
Or, like from a theme park.
Mm-hmm.
It almost looks like an AI generated image of like riding through the Rockies.
I think this is in Disney. I think it's like the Cars ride in Disney.
I agree with you, Rob. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know any of the recent thumbnails.
Yeah. But I don't think they're doing anything like terribly wrong. I think they've just tried some different stuff and it's not quite hitting yet, but that's all right.
That's okay. And if this is a direction they want to take it in, then run. Do it.
Yeah.
Tell us more lies.
Only 30 videos
down.
in at the moment.
So we will move on to
now, Dan, before we move on to where you're thinking to move on, we need to do a boost channel from Discord.
Yes.
You're with me there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've been submitting already, right? We don't have to prompt.
I hope so.
I guess we'll start. We'll just see what happens. So we have another section of the Discord we want to show you real quick. This section of Discord is for folks who have vidIQ Boost. You will automatically be invited to this section once you get vidIQ Boost. It might take like several minutes for it to recognize that you're in here, but once you do, once in a while, we invite you to put your channel in here instead of just the form that we usually pick from. And so we will pick a channel randomly from here. It looks like we have 13 channels.
All right. I've got an idea to do this fairly. Right. Okay. So did you say 13? Right. Okay. Let's see if this works.
14.
Pick a number between 1 and 14.
Oh, I think 15 now.
7.
Did you hear that? It went for 7. I don't know if you can see
that's
that.
bias. Are you asking, Rob? We all know that your favorite number is 7. Whatever AI you're asking is
that is so true.
Pre-learned.
That is true, but oh well.
Well,
picking anyway.
Number 7 is Diver's Mind. So let me go ahead and get us back on screen and remove this one, and then grab the channel and get it set up.
Oof. Wasn't ready for that one.
Sorry. So we'll throw them in here. All right. Let's see what we can learn about Diver's Mind, which is here. They have 89 subscribers, 19 videos. Scuba diving isn't just for the pros or perfect Instagram shots. Okay, so
yes, boss.
8 videos. See a lot of like newer channels today.
Yeah. I'd like to start with
This is pretty cool.
a good foundation for their thumbnails. They're starting from a point of simplicity, which is always better than starting from a point of complete chaos, craziness. Like they can add little bits of complexity to their thumbnails, which I think is good. And text is very readable. It's a solid start from me. And like, if you're visiting this channel for the first time, like, you know, you're either in the right place or the very wrong place very quickly. And I think that's good from a viewer's perspective.
Yeah, I completely agree. This is the obvious outlier here. I wish I knew this when buying my scuba cylinders. You mentioned earlier, Rob, like when we were on the Beyblades channel, I think it was, doing these types of videos that kind of bring in new people, like just that kind of cover the hobby in that broad way. And I feel like for them, this is kind of that video.
Yeah, what do you think the audience here is? Like somebody who's maybe scuba dived once or twice before, or complete beginners, or near professionals? Where do you think
This reads to me as more beginners, but slightly like maybe going into that intermediate
right
level,
yeah.
because if you're buying your own scuba gear, if you're buying your own scuba gear instead of renting it, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
And like, I would never buy scuba gear because I'm not at that level. I would just always rent it. So I think that it's kind of going to that next, someone that's diving frequently, but is kind of in between making the leap there. But I also think that could be a great video, like when to buy, when to rent. Anything that's talking, like this is an expensive hobby. So anything that could lean into like money for this could be a good opportunity to reach more people. But I think that the audience is important because there is a lot of safety things here. And I do like that, but I think they're potentially wording it wrong. Like what every diver needs to know about oxygen. Why don't you tell me something that's really scary and then tell me in the story that it's about oxygen? Like, is there a natural
the thumbnail
curiosity?
does say oxygen can poison you, Jen. Is that not terrifying enough?
But what does that mean as a beginner diver underwater?
Yeah. It's
like, what does that actually mean? Because I go scuba diving and I don't even know what that means. So like, to me, I'm like, how do we make that even more clear to, if it is this beginner, like, what is that fear?
And here's what every diver needs to know about oxygen. I mean, maybe, but that just feels like that's kind of the whole thing, right? Like what every diver needs to know about scuba diving, what every beginner scuba diver needs to know. I don't know, something like that. I feel like the focus on oxygen is, like you said, it's presented in the video. It doesn't have to be the focus of the video. Because now I'm a little bit like, what do you mean oxygen? Yeah, like I know I need oxygen.
Yeah.
You know?
Dan and I are the same. We're like, oxygen what? Like, just tell us.
What do you mean? Yeah.
But this is great. I definitely think they should do follow-up videos for gear comparison.
I'm thinking of how to pitch this to the creator in the sense of your audience is, I've tried scuba diving, cool, what next? And like you want to try and answer all of those questions of what do they do next once they've been scuba diving.
I just got certified, now what?
Yeah, like or I scuba dived 5 meters. Like what's the next challenge for me?
I still feel like there's room to do a just from scratch, like what I need to know before my first time.
Yeah, that could be it. Like you're really interested in doing it, but like you're afraid to do it. It sounds really scary. Like somebody tell me it's safe. Or in Jen's case, tell me how terrifying it is.
Guys, I cried in the pool like several times. I had to keep coming up and crying. The instructor was like, are you okay? Like, do you want to be doing this?
Tears.
Well, no, because I had to keep taking my mask off to like drain the tear liquid in my mask.
We already have enough water in the pool. Thank you.
Tear liquid. That's almost as bad as fossil snob, but not quite.
Tear liquid.
Tear liquid. I think you should bottle that, Jen, and start selling it. It's crap.
Link in description, guys. Link in description.
Venmo transactions.
Oh, these poor channels. They're not getting much today.
Oh my gosh. That's
no,
funny.
I think they're really close. They if they want to, they can definitely do more like beginner level. You could also do intermediate, buying versus renting. There's so many topics here. And don't forget like what you didn't know when you started or before you ever scuba dived, right? Like what questions did you have? And those are all videos. Like, you know, what don't I know about renting gear? I've never scuba dived. I've never been interested in scuba diving. So if someone like me came to you and said, suddenly I'm interested in scuba diving, like what is everything what should I ask them? Like what don't I know? Because it's really hard to search for videos about specific topics when you don't know anything about the thing you're about to try.
Oh my gosh, I just realized this video said how I panicked during a scuba class. Did we just become best friends?
The thumbnail should be you dumping the tears out of your
Dump your tear liquid out of your goggles. Wait, so maybe this is even more clear now that this person is potentially a new diver. I think we could make it more clear what their story is.
Yeah.
This is fun though. This is new. This is awesome.
Yeah. Well, real quick, I'd like to thank Diver's Mind for being a member of vidIQ Boost. Links down below.
Yay.
And thanks
Good
for
work.
submitting your channel. And hopefully we gave you a couple insights there that helped you out.
And their video review if they didn't use that already.
Oh yeah, you get a video review as well.
That is so true. Yes. Very much so.
So,
Sue.
shall we pick let's see, where are we on time? Should we pick a channel and we'll come back to, we'll give you a little more time to get your memes ready. We're going to pick a meme channel soon. Here's what we'll do. We'll do supers, we'll pick a channel randomly, and then we'll do memes.
Gotcha.
We're organized now. Here we go. All right. So the first super chat is kind of what I was referencing earlier about not asking for reviews because I saw this one pop up. USAF veteran here. Can't seem to pick up good momentum on my channel. Any tips we appreciate it. Thank you for your service. Again, we can't go look at your channel because of super chats, but hopefully we get a chance to see it during random selections, or maybe your meme blows us away and we want to go look at your channel.
Well, as we've just mentioned before, if you spend just another $10 on vidIQ Boost, you will get a video review included in it. So save your pennies for that.
True. Jeep Psychology 101. Is there a reason why some videos do nothing for almost a year and then suddenly gain traction and take off? Probably.
I mean, we have like a really good example of this, Dan, don't we, where we did what do we call this? Like a channel documentary on the Outdoor Boys, which did nothing for like 250 days, and then all of a sudden it got picked up. Because for one reason, YouTube never gives up on a video completely. It's always going to test it with new audiences. And maybe the audience that it finally tests it on are the ones that are giving it so much positive energy in terms of the data that it says, right, now I know I can test it with this audience. So yeah, this one where we did nothing to it, right? We didn't change the title or thumbnail,
right,
or anything. And then all of a sudden, whoosh. Now that could have been because of something that the Outdoor Boys channel was doing at the time. And it kind of naturally linked to the video that we had. It had nothing to do with them quitting. That was about a month ago, wasn't it? And this was at the start of the year when it happened.
Yeah, I made a video. I think Jen, you and Travis might have talked about this in the podcast as well. I made a video about this particular video and what I think happened. I don't remember what that was called, but my through my research, I learned that there was another video on not the Outdoor Boys channel, but in another channel that this guy is like the host of, right? It was a much older video, like from 12 years ago. And for whatever reason, that video took off. And when that video took off, this video was recommended alongside it for some reason. And so it like was this snowball. Why did that video take off? Well, my prediction is maybe, and I don't really watch Outdoor Boys, so I don't know, but maybe he referenced it once recently in like one of his videos. And then he's like, oh yeah, my old, channel when I was a lawyer. And then people are like, oh, you had an old channel? And a bunch of the, his audience kind of flooded over there. Or maybe they just started recommending it randomly. Who knows? I don't have his data, so I don't know. But I do know that video recommended us a lot of traffic. And then YouTube was like, oh, I kind of know the audience for this. And then YouTube continued to kind of take it for a while and run with it.
I would conclude with this. You're asking the wrong question. The question you should be asking is, how do I capitalize on this video that suddenly picked up traction? And the obvious answer is you make something that's related to it to try and pull the audience back into your channel since they've now engaged with your content.
So there you go. And when I say don't watch Outdoor Boys, I watched quite a bit to make the video because we just saw this channel and was fascinated by it. But after that, I hadn't kept up with them. So I don't know what happened.
Didn't they quit YouTube?
Yeah, recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which hopefully will come back at some point.
Wow.
Kermudge in Alaska. Think vidIQ, less than 1 year and 1,000 subs.
That's incredible.
To 50K.
Wow.
Good work.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Congrats.
And
That's
you only gave us $2 for that. Goodness.
Oh my gosh.
I'm joking, of course. Congratulations.
Hushed Veil Gamer gave us super. Appreciate you. Minecrafter Joe, please do Claw of Doom.
Claw of Doom. What's a Claw of Doom?
Whoa, it's new.
This is why I had to get rid of the claw when I do the stream, because people are scared. And
Claw
I
of
want to make
Doom.
sure everyone feels safe.
We pick your channel and then we don't audit it. We just throw it away.
No More Sorrow gave us a super set. I took your advice.
I'm so really when people post these, I'm thinking like the advice we give every single week, like, does it work? And then somebody pays us to tell us it actually works.
It's amazing.
Where's Dan gone? What's happened to Dan? No,
He's
it's
so upset.
I'm out of here.
The mention of the claw, he had to go.
No, sorry. Just noises. All right. And then Ferret Tube TV, inspired by earlier channel review trend. Give me 6 minutes and all. Make you fall in love with ferrets or help you understand ferrets. Thoughts?
Ooh,
I like
make
it.
you fall in love.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that needs like a really powerful hook to really get you invested. That you kind of need to set up a story of how you're going to do it in 6 minutes in the first 15 seconds. But I think it's a good approach.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And that's a classic example of remixing, like taking an idea from a completely different topic and genre and making it your own. And we always encourage you to test that.
And then last one here is from MS Bruludis. I don't know how to say that, but
Barutiles 684. Let's go with that.
Thank you for the super chat. All right. So thank you, everybody. Now, just so you know, if you do any more super chats, there's a chance that we might miss them because we'll run out of time. So just keep that in mind. And don't forget, memes. Get your memes in because we are going to be picking a channel from the memes of the week, of which this week there's not too many. So that will give you an opportunity to maybe get in there and get your channel reviewed. So you have a little bit more time. We're going to audit one more channel before we pick from the memes. Okay. Yes, I remember. I
had to try. I had to try.
I know what I wanted to do for picking a channel. Here's what we're going to do. Who right now is in the lead? Who is our chat leader? Let's go ahead and pull this up.
Do we want to share screen at this point, Dan?
I will. Just give me a second here. Got it. Okay. So, Revenge Stop Motion. Would you like to pick a number for us between 1 and 255?
I see what you did there, Dan.
Fun.
Let us know. Let's see if they're the champion of chat right now, so I expect they're still here.
Imagine they're not. Be quite funny.
We'll just give it a minute.
Oh my gosh, you guys want to hear something fun that I'm doing tomorrow in our dead time? Oh, there we go. I'll leave the suspense. I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. I was kind of interested, but all right.
That's called opening a loop for the end of a live stream.
The channel is K is Dead, and they are exploring dark, true stories, mysteries, and disturbing real-life cases through raw cinematic storytelling. Their big stop score right now is engagement and views, and they want us to focus on their hooks. How to hook an audience.
All right. Okay.
All right.
We have not looked at any videos really this week, have we? So
yeah. All right. So here we go. Another channel just started about a month ago.
Wait, why did everybody start a YouTube channel last month?
Yeah. Do we need to make all those videos I mentioned? Should we be making this in the middle of the year?
Like right now.
They're trying to get in before the dreaded YouTube policy updates on July the 15th. Dun, dun, dun.
What about the fact that summer break started? That could be.
That could be it. Yeah.
Oh.
So
should we pick a video then?
Yeah. Which one do we think?
I want to do They Ate Their Own Mother because that just draws me in immediately. But like, is this going to be safe to watch?
I don't know.
Well, definitely not the Michael Jackson one. We'll steer clear of that.
I don't want to get into.
Let's do the CCTV footage one then. That feels a little safer.
Okay.
I think I know about this story actually.
I'm gonna pause it there. I
don't
like this. I think it's cool for after your hook. You should do this, like set up your story, and then I would do 2 seconds instead of 5. And I know this is a weird thing to get hung up on, but I know the first 5 seconds of the video are like, okay, I get it. My like YouTube attention spans are unfortunately very fickle, and I watch a lot of YouTube, so my attention span is just absolutely trash. So
and if you already watched an ad before this, bye.
Oh,
yeah, it might seem like another ad.
Bye.
That's a good point.
yeah.
Ooh, good music.
I feel as if some voice narration should have come in sooner.
Yeah, a little bit of talking under this would be, at this point, probably pretty good.
Like, maybe simply asking the question, who is this person and why are they acting so strange?
Yeah.
Like, kind of set a bit of tension there.
Also, are we going to see the outcome of whatever's going to happen? Like, or are you going to give me a reason to stick around and watch till the end? Because right now it's like the footage I should have never seen, and it feels like I'm getting it pretty quick.
Oh, that made me think that she is dead.
Sorry?
That made me think that she is dead, not the channel name.
Yeah, that
was a weird moment.
Yeah, that got me too. If it's my first video, I have to know your name is Kay is dead. Otherwise, it does feel like we got the outcome of that footage.
She died.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Do you want another story behind that? I think what I remember, like she was acting really odd, and then they found her a week later in a water tower at the top of a building. And I think it's quite a famous story. I'm trying to remember if it was in Vancouver or not, which is why I know it. Anyway, you putting on translation, okay?
Yeah. The other thing I did not know about this creator is that they speak Hindi, and YouTube auto dubbing is not on, and so. Which I know people have their feelings about auto dubbing, but I was fully expecting an English speaking channel. So I guess that's the other thing that might have gotten me to click off, but I don't know. I know it's a little bit different. Like when it comes to Hindi, English,
yeah,
it's interchangeable and
yeah. English. I also feel as if English is the second language of many Indians, but like their first language, Tamil, Hindi, they have very different dialects. But again, I'm showing my naivety to a certain extent. I don't think we can really hold them to account for how YouTube is pitching this language-wise.
Yeah, but maybe you could test auto dubbing if you have it. I think everyone has it now.
21 साल की एक लड़की एलिजा लैम की आखिरी जिंदा तस्वीर। इस वीडियो क्लिप के ठीक 19 दिन के बाद उनकी बॉडी एक होटल के पानी के टैंक
I think the editing's cool.
I was just going to say that.
It's setting like a vibe, like tension and drama. That's cool.
I think that the beginning of this video could have been like moments before she was never seen again, and then just have the music go and like if you need me, I'm available to redo that voiceover.
In Hindi for an extra fee.
I will do my best.
The other thing I was going to say is the script they're working from, it seems good, reading the captions and everything.
Yeah.
I don't have any issues with that at all. I just think the beginning, like it was just kind of a long time to get to our storyteller.
There was an unnecessary beginning, and then the hook. Well, it wasn't transformational until about 40 seconds in. Well, they had the hook, they had some footage, then they had their channel splash intro. So there's like 3 different introductions to the video before it really got started.
Yeah, and I completely agree with Jen, what you said about watching an ad before all that. By that point, like, do you have them anymore?
Imagine an ad rolls after that too.
I
think this creator is very talented, though.
Yes.
I felt like creepy watching that opening scene with the CCTV footage, with the music. I think like a 1 sentence before that for me would have been enough. And then to cut to you telling the actual story, like I think that's a great layout, and I think that they're a great editor, and it's a format to potentially keep playing with.
I'm curious now, Dan, because they do shorts. Can we maybe watch one of these shorts? Because what I hope is like we can say that's how you hook them in. Like that's what you should be doing in your long forms. But I could be wrong. Let's try one of these.
Let's try like the most popular.
Yeah. Mind you, again, it's going to be in Hindi, so we're not going to be able to grasp the full understanding, are we?
This one is about the one.
Yeah, so try that one.
अब ये 27 क्लब क्या होता है? कहते हैं कि 27 क्लब में वो सारे आर्टिस्ट आते हैं जो बहुत ही ज्यादा फेमस थे और मेन स्ट्रीम.
I lost control of my
Fair enough.
It wouldn't do anything. That was on my end. That was my problem.
Oh, okay.
अब इस टैंक में एलिजा की डेड बॉडी मिली थी, उसका कवर इतना भारी होता है कि उसको कोई एक अकेला इंसान हटा ही नहीं सकता. और 21 साल की एक लड़की के
The editing's really good still.
It's really good. It's like spot on for this aesthetic.
Yeah.
So that kind of style could be used as a hook for their long form videos as well. They just kind of do the transition. It's like they pitch a question like, how did this happen? Or why did you do this? And then you kind of move into the longer storytelling arc of it.
Yeah. All right.
Super cool.
I think we covered it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did say we were going to look at memes next. So this
All
is
right.
where we gave you the opportunity to take some screenshots
Yep.
and do your worst within the rules of our Discord YouTube. So let's go ahead and pull up the Discord server. I don't want to, let's see, spoil anything. Should I start? I'll start at the top.
Mm-hmm.
The first one we're seeing didn't really use the picture. They kind of went rogue, but that's okay. Here we go. So there you go. There's the first one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and then we got some screenshots here from Vicky. Thank you, Vicky, for grabbing those for everybody.
Simple but effective.
Yep.
I'm sad that Jen just has been completely cut out.
No,
Yeah.
it's perfect. I wish they had made Dan's head really small in that though.
Yeah.
That person took the screenshot too late and did what they could.
I'm fine when nobody subscribes. It's cool. I'm cool with that. No, this is deep lore, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's pretty good, actually. That's
cute.
pretty good. I like that one.
That's really cute.
There's too much text on this one. I'm having to read.
It is quite a bit of text bouncing around a lot.
I'm just drawn to Jen's face on that one.
The tiny head,
Dan's
the
got a
teeth.
tiny head. Oh, this one just keeps delivering. You just looking
Oh
for
my
more stuff.
gosh.
Very good. I mean, yeah, we've just proved that, haven't we?
Yeah.
In the video we've just audited. Oh, this is going to make be a long memes of the week next week because you've got to spend 10 seconds looking at all of these.
Was this from Vicky?
I don't get that one. I'm gonna be honest.
I still see people typing. So okay, we're just talking about them now.
Yeah, we need to pick one. We need to pick one.
All right, which one do you want to pick?
I mean, I'm all for this one.
This one?
I'm all for tiny head. Yes.
There is just
Ethan
layers
Tiny
of
Head.
comedy there.
Yes.
Layers of comedy.
All right, that's the one we're gonna choose. I will grab this.
vidIQ Chief agrees.
Thank you for putting your channel link there, and I will pull up the channel in the background. Which my keyboard is off because I don't want the cat to step on it. So let me try that again.
Oh, do you disable your keyboard while the cat's around?
Yeah, I just turn it off as
Oh.
quickly as I can because otherwise the stream will end.
That's
That'd be so
smart.
funny if that happened once.
It's happened to me while I was streaming. Just
The cat decided it's over.
Yep, jumped behind the computer, took the network cable with her, and then that was the end of my stream.
And it'd be so amazing if it ended like this. It's been a while since I've used that one. I thought it'd been
Yeah.
nice to bring.
All
it back.
right.
All
the
right.
channel we are looking at is called Using the Wrong Words on Porpoise.
Oh, Poipus. It
Poipus.
just sounds like you're from New York.
Yeah.
Poipus.
So 266 subscribers, 88 videos. Okay, we do have a video about Prime Day. I did mention that a little while ago. So there's, but what is the relevance here? It looks like they're talking about some tech. So I guess
home tech,
home
security,
monitoring, catch errors early. What does LLM?
Just scroll to the top. I just want to see the channel banner then.
Yeah.
So you would have no idea what this channel's about just from looking at the channel banner and the profile, right?
Yeah.
Technology and smart home innovation is the tiniest thing on the banner. Again, I don't want to really have a go at people about their channel banners, because I always think, how many people actually go to the channel, do research on them, and
but this is what I'm more confused by.
But yeah, it kind of leads into the whole value proposition. Like, are you going to try and be too clever in your packaging and stuff so that we can't work out what the videos are about?
Yeah, like I thought this was a language learning channel.
Yeah.
Same.
So I'm a bit confused. I know, and again, channel name, how many people are going to be looking at that? But you'd be surprised. I think, especially as you build a community, a lot of people will be looking at your channel name.
Having said that,
266
subscribers.
Yep.
Views, videos are getting more views than subscribers. So maybe there's something to like their quirkiness, their cleverness that we've seen in the channel banner that runs into their videos.
So what I'm trying to figure out as well is, are these thumbnails stock photos? Are they AI? The one thing they don't seem to be is focused enough on the products that they're about. Like, this just looks like a generic tablet to me. And I see that the little Home Assistant logo is there. AI watches your cameras, but then it's just a phone. I'm a little confused by that. Home Assistant drama when your smart home throws a tantrum. It's a little vague. And then again, it's like, what's a computer with a graph doing? Like, what does that have to do with your smart home kind of, upsetting you? So
it looks like the home security system is selling stocks.
Yeah. Hey, home security system, stop it. That's all my money. Yeah, that would piss me off. But I don't think that's what it's about. Should we look?
Can we scroll down a little? What's the beginner's guide? Did that get? Yeah, that got an outlier.
Beginner's Guide to Home Assistant Zigbee.
Let's watch one of these.
Okay. What about this one? This was also an outlier. Watch your Proxmox from Home Assistant. I don't know what that is.
I don't get that one at all. So let's do the beginner's guide. Yeah.
Okay.
It seems like a tutorial, maybe.
Today, we're talking about Zigbee. More importantly, how you set up Zigbee and kind of start from the beginning. So what you do with Zigbee in 2025. At the same time, if your Zigbee's going horribly wrong, this might help a little bit. So quickly, what is Zigbee? Well, Zigbee is a protocol that's really good at things like this. So when the door opens, the light comes on. When the temperature drops to real.
Okay. So it is about home.
I feel like I'm in a focus group. This is fun.
Yeah. They put together a whole presentation.
Yeah, just like jump 20 minutes in and like, have they put this all together? Wow, there's a lot of effort and research and, well, maybe not there. When does it move from screen sharing from the presentation?
I don't think it does.
Yeah. So yeah.
So like the first 10 minutes is.
Yeah. This is very technical. Like it is a beginner's guide to setting up the whole thing the way they have it.
Yeah, This is a full walkthrough.
Mm-hmm.
So you're searching for this. Like you just got this. You need help.
Yeah.
Is this the sort of thing where there's always going to be a relatively low audience ceiling, maybe thousands of people, but those viewers are really, really valuable in terms of what you're giving to them? And like, maybe there's just literally no other guys on this on YouTube. And so like you almost corner the entire market. Because I guess what I'm trying to say is that I think these videos are, I think the value in the video itself is really good, and they're performing well in spite of the packaging, where we all think it's perhaps a little chaotic and impenetrable. But that doesn't necessarily matter because they're in a niche all by themselves with an audience to feed it.
This is a resource. This is like very helpful for the people that are watching this, and they're probably watching the entire video.
Yeah.
And I think this creator is doing just that. They're just here to help people with this product, and they should think about their audience and like what other maybe breaking down problems into smaller chunks. I don't know if they were doing that on their channel, but real like troubleshooting. If someone was searching a very specific issue that went wrong, I think that could potentially be helpful for them.
Yeah. So I like that video, as well, in the sense that if I were trying to set up a home assistant, I would want a deep dive. I'd want someone who presents themselves as if they know what they're talking about. I was getting all of those signals from that creator. It was like, I put together this whole presentation. I'm going to get you through this from the moment you buy the software to where it's set up completely in your home. Like, that's what I felt from that video. And I've been watching videos, like I mentioned earlier, about like setting up new types of tech in my home. And it kind of had that same feeling of like, oh, if I wanted this, this would be actually very helpful to me. So the value is there.
My guess is that this creator is never going to get like viral moments and millions of views. So then they have to think about how, if they want to continue this channel, how can they make it sustainable in the long run? So I was just thinking, Dan, if you could go to one of their videos, and I want to look at the description. Any videos, fine. I'm wanting to know if they've got like affiliate links, and perhaps even more so, are they offering themselves as like a consultancy or an expert where they can really help, actually go into somebody's home and set it up for them? Have they got a business there which they could possibly offer for this?
Wait, is this theirs? Look at their email for inquiries.
Oh, they have set up their own website and everything.
But is this their product?
I don't think so.
No?
That's not the sense I got. I think I could be wrong, but
look at this. My dog Minton ate all my shuttlecocks. Badminton. Very, very good. Very good.
But I'm not seeing a lot of affiliate links. There's one I saw that could be like, buy a product from, and it's their recommended products from their website. I don't want to click on their website. And they have a Patreon as well.
Okay. Oh, I think I just got a little confused seeing both those.
All their affiliate links could be nested in here.
I think there's more opportunities for financial. What's the right word here?
When the goal is get money.
Just better monetization of themselves as an expert.
Consultancy of the future. There you go. Okay, great.
So yeah.
I would say the other thing that is bothering me with this channel a little bit is the reliance on stock and or AI thumbnails, when I feel like it's way more simple. Like, just especially when you're dealing with physical products like cameras and door sensors and stuff. And if I know what I'm buying, I should see the familiar product. Like, I've been looking at NAS systems for storing a lot of media, and I know what they look like. I know they're a box with little slots in them for hard drives, and the thumbnails I look at when I find those videos are just the thing. And maybe the creator's face is in there, maybe it's accompanied with some text or something, but these just feel a little bit like overdone. I think these could be simplified greatly. And then here's the best example, like what I'm buying on Prime Day and what I shouldn't. Anybody can make that video. And now that I know a little more about your channel, I assume, and that Discord notification was me, by the way, sorry. I assume this is about the home security stuff or smart home stuff. But we don't know that as new viewers.
Yeah. There's no search potential, which is absolutely critical for a time-sensitive piece of content.
So you made an assumption about your audience that they've watched you before with this video, and you can't do that. Like, every video needs to welcome in new viewers. So like, I need this to be about the stuff you use for home, for smart home stuff. And the picture should not be a generic shopping cart. It should be some of the products that you already have bought in the past. Like, take the boxes from them and place them neatly on a table and just take a picture of them, And if you want to get clever, it's about Prime Day. You could cross one out, or you could take pictures, screenshots from the Amazon listing of something.
I was gonna say, take a picture of your Amazon cart or total.
Yeah,
like if you spend like $1,000, like I'm like, oh, what'd you buy?
Total savings.
I want to know.
XXX dollars.
Yeah. Not to be mean or anything, I just feel like the thumbnails on your channel are a little bit more of an afterthought. And I think thumbnails, my belief about them has always been it's about communication. You're trying to help communicate the point of your video further than just the title alone. And that means you don't need to be an expert at design. It's not really about that. It's just the message you're trying to send. What am I supposed to know about this video? Because the most important thing about it is being completely hidden. It's about smart home stuff. And it's just not, it's absent, completely absent. This could be about anything on Amazon Prime.
Maybe they're doing all of this on purpose.
I was gonna say, if there's a similar like competitor, is that worth it to talk about? Like, Dan, when you're researching, I'm pretty sure you said NASA.
Are you
Plex? I was gonna say try Proxmox. Like I was gonna.
When you're researching yours, are you looking at other options? Like, are you watching videos that's comparing anything?
Oh yeah.
So like, that could be maybe something they lean into. Like, what is another option for the equipment? I don't know.
Some people build their own media servers. Some people buy boxes kind of like this. And a little bit of research, and you start to see these products appear, and you're like, okay, this looks cool, but is it good? And that's what you start when you start to research, like, who is this for versus, like, I have an old computer case, maybe I should do this instead. And this person's probably going to tell me the struggles that they had and things like that. But you see how this thumbnail is not like a perfectly designed thumbnail. They have 100,000 views on it. It's them pointing. It's a computer. It's a generic blue background, and it's like a stack of movies. You can barely see what any of those movies are, but it communicates to me. Like, as soon as I saw the computer case, I knew it's like, oh, they're building their own. They're not going to just buy one of these little boxes.
I like this. Old to new and free. Let's go. Like, I'll click.
Yeah. So, Dan, can you search for that Proxmox? Presumably that's some home security system. I'm just trying to get an understanding of what the potential audience is for it.
Is that, how do I?
So search for PROX.
PROX.
MOX.
Okay.
One word, yeah.
Got it. Okay,
so there are channels there. This one here with 140,000 views. Carry on.
The really simple thumbnail here, 850. Okay, but 80,000 subscriber channel 2 hours ago.
I'm still not entirely sure what it is.
It's interesting. That's
is it a virtual server? It's like a virtual server, but then they put home security on it. Yeah, I just don't know enough about the topic to advise on how big the audience is.
The creator we're talking about should
go back to the creator. I want to try and understand again how they. So, what's your Proxmox from Home Assistant? It's so impenetrable. I can't work out what that video is about.
I don't understand the phrasing here.
Yeah,
and I get. I mean, maybe they're trying to be cute. But YouTube, when it comes to cleverness and titles and thumbnails, it just doesn't do super well. if this is like a play on just being clever, this is one of their outlier videos. It's doing well for them. I just don't. It feels really difficult to understand. Where it's Home Assistant, I know what that is. It's I like, what about a video called The Best Home Assistant and you were comparing to? Like, that is nice and simple for beginners like me. But maybe this isn't for beginners like me.
Yeah.
So I do hope we've been helpful there. I mean, we kind of like lingered on this one a bit, but it was an interesting discussion. And this is our meme channel, right? So yeah, thank you for the meme. That was really great. There's a couple more, but I think no, we're at time. That's it.
We are?
Yep. We are at time. Thank you, everybody, for another Channel Hut stream. Sorry I was a bit clunky today. It's a good first stream for me, I think.
Dan, you were brilliant.
Nah,
I don't think you were clunky.
No, I was terrible. But maybe after a week off, Rob will host the next one, and I'll learn how to do it again from the master of live streaming.
Thank you.
All right, final words.
Love you all. See you next week.
I like that everyone froze for the end for me.
I clicked end stream, but it wants me to click it again. So we're not done yet. So any
Awkward
final words?
silence.
Everyone's just frozen. It's awkward enough for me on my end.
Okay.